Dear Mary J, I think I really need your help. Running from my problems, I've been running from myself. Sipping on this potion, I don't care about my health.
Good morning, squad.
They say life is great, but I can't tell. Dear Mary J, will you
Let
be
'em
my
know,
third
blessed.
eye? Dear Mary J, will you stand by my side? Dear Mary
Let 'em
J,
know,
can
blessed.
you lift me to the sky?
Help me spread my wings, now it's time for me to fly.
They want my spot,
I can't let them take my
name, baby.
Had to spice it up, they call me.
plain, baby.
We gon' cut the intro short just on time, but
Mary J, fix my pain.
and action. But that's how hype I am. But I wanna do it with y'all. I wanna make this special. Y'all see what's behind me. Y'all see what's behind me. Every team in the NBA, and don't worry for my Midwest, for my Central United States fans, I will move this big box and my big head out the way. But are y'all ready? And action. Let's get into this because I am extremely hyped. We're going early morning. This right now, it is currently 7:27 a.m. 8:15 2024. I was gonna say 20. I don't know what I was gonna say, but 8:15 2024, August 15th, 7:27 a.m. Let's get into it, man. Magic's schedule drops today, right? The Magic schedule, the Orlando Magic. I don't know. I don't really like when people call us the Magics. I definitely am one of those people. But if I'm talking about something that pertains to the squad and it's theirs, it's the Magic's thing, you know? Like, it's who has the best song in the league? The Magic's song is pretty fire. You can't be like the Magic song. You know what I'm saying? It just gotta be like the Magic's. So at that point, that's where I'll be like, all right, man, like I ain't gonna trip. But I do understand out there a lot of people, just like myself. If we hear somebody say "Go Magics" with a S, it's like it's cringe. It's cringe. Shout out KCP. I hope somebody told him in the office. But let's dive in. Let's dive in. If you know, you know. Let's dive into what we are here for. We are talking pre-game for this NBA schedule drop. Now, why am I so hyped for this? Because between me and you, the viewers, Hollywood, I'm telling you right now, I personally never have been involved so much with this team. And as a content creator for this team, I did start last year in April. I think it was like late March, early April. I started and I wanted to cover this team throughout the playoffs, which I kind of did. But this is my official first season. You know what I'm saying? This is my official first time literally having to watch every game. I've wanted to watch every game. I've watched every game for the past, I say probably like 2 years now, where I've had access to websites and streaming services that are able to give us, give us the games. And at the end of the day, just being able to watch every game is a blessing in its own right, right? And I haven't always had that blessing, so I'm blessed to have it now, which is why it's the whole reason why I make content. It's the whole reason why I want to do this channel, why this is what I do. I woke up, I literally made this bed, turned on the camera, turned on the computer, and man, got to work because technically this is technically this is like my schedule release for my job, because this is a secondary job for me. I get out of my 9 to 5, I come home and I stream. So and in the weekends I divert time into this, and now even other opportunities because of content on weekends. So this is definitely something I'm serious about, and I'm not gonna lie to you, this is telling me what games I'm gonna watch at what time, what days I have to stay up at 10:30. I have to fix all of that. I have to really get myself mentally ready for those days, because it's gonna be tough at first, being able to accustom the 9 to 5 while also, and I live in the East Coast, which is the worst part about it, because East Coast people understand a West Coast game starts at 10:30 at night. Man, even if I want to watch the highlights, I have to wait till I wake up. I'm not gonna watch them at 1 in the excuse me, 1 in the morning. You know what I'm saying? And it's a grind. Excuse me, hold on. Let me get some water real quick.
Relax and take notes.
All right, we're back. Now, I believe that the games that I'm more anticipated for, honestly, are the East Coast games. Those 7 p.m.s, those 6 sometimes, those early games. Just because I'm able to watch them fully, soon as they end, go right to sleep and get ready for work the next day. But we're gonna make it work. We will make it work somehow, some way. We will be able to give you guys the best content possible, because that's what we're gonna do. And now we're gonna dive into what the whole point of this video was. And I know I've taken a little bit to get to it, but it's all right. So I'm gonna dive into each city very quickly, opinionate what I feel on that city, and then how well I think the Magic will do this season versus them. I'm not gonna go too deep into like the team and stuff like that, because that is what we'll do tonight. And another reason why I'm doing this early morning is because I am going to the barbershop today after work, and knowing Miami traffic, I'm not gonna get home till like 8:30. So I know the stream is gonna be late, but I have a dilemma because the schedule comes out at 3 o'clock. And I don't want to get spoiled. I low-key would love to like stream my reaction to the schedule, but it's so hard not to get spoiled, because the moment you go on Instagram, the moment you go on Twitter, the moment you go on anything, boom, is gonna have everything. And of course, I follow so many Magic accounts, so many Magic mutuals. I have a Magic Twitter. Follow me, Just Hollywood's 407, man. And I'm telling you right now, I don't know how I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna try to put my phone in like an airplane mode type of situation once 3 p.m. comes, and go to the barbershop, not talk about NBA with nobody, and rush home and see if I could do it, and then just magically react on camera, on stream. We'll make it a whole stream, no matter if it takes an hour, hour and a half, when we will go through game by game. But right now, we're going to talk about these cities, because this is the fun part about the NBA. Is I've personally been to some of these NBA teams arenas, some of these NBA teams like areas. So for some of these, I'll speak personally about them, but for some, it's just going to be the imagination of a Magic fan. All right, so let's dive into it. Are y'all ready, man? Let's get it. So we're going to start off down low. I don't want to, but let's just get it out the way. The Miami Heat. We got swept last season, I think. No, at least in Miami, because I went to both games and we lost them both. I don't want to get swept in Miami again. It's never one team takes the entire series ever with us. Even when LeBron was here, we would always take one. But if I'm being completely honest, I'm going to say we split the series, but we're winning one of them. We're winning one of them here, and they're going to win one in Orlando. I don't think either team is going to go 2 for 2 like last year at home. I think one of them, which I anticipate is going to be us, we will win in Miami one of those games, because there's no way we get swept again. Please, for the love of everything, I take the train to the game. I go after work. Do it for your boy, man. Do it. Point at me in the crowd, because you know I'm one of the very few people in blue. I'm pretty big. You're going to see me. I stand out. I make a lot of noise. Everyone knows me for being the Magic fan who sits in the crowd. And if you've been to the Miami Heat game this year, you know who I am, because you've seen me in the area pregame both times, which I again will do this year. Now, Atlanta. Seeing that logo of the Hawks brings back terrible memories because them boys were nice. The Jamal Crawford, Al Horford, Josh Smith, Jeff Teague, Kyle Korver, those, oh man, those guys gave the Magic so much trouble. But I think they lost the Magic killer, which was DeJounte Murray, and they have Trey. I don't think they're gonna sweep us, and I think we're gonna split the series. I wonder how. I don't know how many games we play. I think since they're in our division, we play way more, or like we play a lot with them. I think we're gonna win the series if it's an uneven number, but I think of course they're gonna get some on us. Charlotte Hornets, I think genuinely I don't see them winning a game. We play them in the NBA Cup, and those games play a part in the records as well. So I do not see Charlotte beating us. I think we're going to beat Charlotte every time that we play them. Washington, same thing. I think regardless, and I'm not saying because both teams are bad teams. They're not bad teams. They're all right. Any NBA team, unfortunately, is good. You know, they have good players. They just make bad decisions, honestly. But Washington, Charlotte, I'm not worried about those teams. I think we'll easily either sweep or win the series by a big margin in terms of either 2-1 or 3-1, whatever it is that series goes to. Philly. Now, this one is a little tough because they do have Joel Embiid, but I feel like we always give Philly a run for their money. Philly always ends up somehow winning by Joel Embiid's free throw merchantness in Orlando, but I think we definitely will split the series with Philly, but I can see Philly winning the series on us, unfortunately. But with this season, I mean, Philly got a lot of people. Philly got Paul George now. I could see them winning the series. I regret, as a true journalist, I have to put the bias aside and not just be a fan the entire time and just speak truth. If they sweep us, I wouldn't be surprised. You know, they're a great team, but we will always give them a run for their money. I don't think any game will be a blowout. If we do lose to the Sixers, I think we will give them a battle. But I do, unfortunately, I wouldn't be surprised to say if the Sixers sweep us this year, depending how many games we play. Again, all depending how many games we play, which we will dive into tonight, later today. And if you're seeing this besides August 15th, 2:24, before 3 p.m. Eastern, the video's already out. Go tune to that. Shout out to these plugins, bro. That's like the third plugin that I've done. And if you know what a plugin is, it's like where you like insert either your branding or some type of thing. A lot of people don't like that, but hey, I'm a new content creator. You know what I'm saying? I'm a rookie. I'm enjoying this youngness that I got in the game. So the fact that I'm learning and doing all this naturally, bro, just wait till I get the actual brand deals and actual things. This is gonna be legendary, bro. Legendary. Brooklyn. They lost the Magic Killer Part 2, which was Mikal Bridges. Now he's on the New York Knicks. But Brooklyn, don't see them winning against us. I think that's another sweep coming the Magic's way. The Knicks ain't even gonna hold you. They a great squad. We beat an 8. I try not to curse on this channel because I know eventually I'm gonna start getting paid for this, and I want to be a role model for people, and I curse a lot in real life, so why do it on the channel? The Knicks, we go whoop that December 3rd in New York. We're gonna surprise them. Are they gonna win every other game? Who knows? Maybe. They're a really good team. But I think if there's any team that could beat the Knicks, they whooped us last year. I remember that. I was with my friend, and yeah, man, they whooped us. And then we played them again, and we lost again. And then we played them, but we beat them. Like, it was back and forth, but we just played them when our confidence was at an all-time low, and theirs was at an all-time high, and they were going into the playoffs and all of that. But times have changed. We got new players the same way they got Mikal Bridges. And I'm not going to say Mikal Bridges is anywhere near a KCP level of a pickup, because it's not. Mikal is a phenomenal pickup for the New York Knicks. But I'm not going to lie to you. I see us splitting the series. I don't see them winning the series. Can they win the series? Maybe. But, I mean, let's not say maybe. Let's be real. Journalism hat on, bro. Can they win the series? Sure, bro. They're a great team. They should be second or third seed in the NBA, right? With the star power that they have and all this that they have. But you see who's to their right. The actual team, who is a phenomenal squad, who we actually beat last year. And I don't have no problems with, because I love them and they're my secondary team. But I also see the Magic winning again against the Celtics. We always have their number. We've always had their number, no matter who's played for the Celtics, what year, no matter who is on our team with the pinstripes and the blue and black logo, bro. I'm telling you right now, we give Boston a run for their money every single time, and easily, I think we're going to do it again this year. And a shock, this is going to be my shock, like my shock prediction, which I'm going to talk about this like tonight. We're going to sweep Boston. The best city out of that whole line, though, honestly, I mean, I've been to the Carolinas, I've been to Atlanta, I went to Washington, I've been to Pennsylvania, also New York and Boston. Wow, I low-key have been to every single, I just peeped. Wow, I'm blessed. Jesus. God bless everything that I've gotten, because even the situations I've been in, to really be able to flex and say that, and I'm not even trying to flex, just realizing that, wow, like that really just, wow. Insane. I would rank them, though, honestly, the same way they are right now, but with Atlanta above Washington, and of course put Miami under New York. I think I would go Boston, New York, Miami, Atlanta, and then go the order of which they're in. Now, Cleveland. We don't like Cleveland. What's there to do in Cleveland? I'm just kidding. I'm not going to be that type of person. I've never been there. I'm not going to opinionate on there. A lot of people do say there's nothing to do, but hey, that's not me. I've never been there. Cleveland. What I do know about Cleveland is that that's the building where we lost our 18-point lead. That's the building where we lost Game 7. That's the team that we took to Game 7, the first round of this last playoffs, and unfortunately they are the team that sent us home. Now, I think our guys are going to have a personal vendetta against Cleveland, and I think we will win or tie the series, because I don't see us losing the series against Cleveland. I think they didn't make any big splashes, I believe. I didn't really pay attention to them, honestly, not even knocking them. But I didn't pay attention to what Cleveland was doing, so I didn't hear in mainstream that they had these huge moves, except retaining Donovan Mitchell, which was huge for them. Shout out to them, because he is a phenomenal player. So I do think it's going to be a battle once again, but I think our guys are going to have that personal vendetta to beat them. And yeah, that's just what I think about Cleveland. Memphis. I always got love for Memphis. I have family in Memphis. RIP to my granny. She lived in Memphis. I used to go there at least once a year since I was 16 years old. Man, I love Memphis, man. I just have special places in Memphis, Mississippi. I just got family there, so I will always have ties to the Grizzlies, and I've been to Grizzlies games. I saw our boy, Vince Carter, man, Florida man himself, hit a half-court shot against the Atlanta Hawks. I'll never forget it. As like a 16-year-old kid, 17-year-old kid, when I went for Thanksgiving break. My sister bought me the Memphis Grizzlies ticket, because I used to tell her all the time. She used to ask me, what do you want to do here? And I would tell her, just take me to the Grizzly game. Like, I love basketball. And with them, they're a great team. Now they have Ja. They have Jaren Jackson, Marcus Smart. They are a phenomenal team. I think we're going to go to battle, and I think we will tie the series. That's it. I don't think we're going to win it. I don't think we're going to lose it. I think we're going to tie the series, and it's going to be a battle with this squad, because these boys are a defensive team just like us. Low-scoring games, very grit, very big battle is what I believe. New Orleans, they have the Magic Killer in DeJounte Murray. They have Zion. They have CJ McCollum. They have all of these guys. I think we're still beating them. I think this year we're on one, bro. This year we're gonna beat them. We're gonna win the series against New Orleans. Same with Detroit. Same with Indiana. Indiana might give us a battle because I think Indiana is a sleeper. They're always a sleeper ever since the 90s with Reggie Miller. They've been a sleeper that everyone knows, like, okay, they're raw, but then unfortunately they just have never been able to get over that hump, same as us, right? But they definitely have had star power, and they have star power right now. Tyrese Halliburton being on that squad. Gold medalist, by the way. It's insane. It's insane. Shout out to Indiana. I think that Indiana series, I think, is going to be. I say, I'll give it to Indiana. I don't think we play good in Indiana. Even with the Dwight, even in the Dwight era, I remember just playing in Indiana, and I remember, oh, the Danny Granger, Roy Hibbert era. Like, I remember just seeing the Indiana court and not even hating, man. I just was like, I don't like playing here. Like, it was one of those, like, I don't like watching this game. Like, because we always play bad in Indiana. Indiana's just so, I guess their basketball culture is insane. So we always play bad in Indiana for some weird reason. It's always, but when they come here in Orlando, we always end up, at least what I remember, they would either spank us or we would lose a huge lead against Indiana. I don't know what it would be, but hey, man, that's just at least the memories that I would have with the Magic in Indiana. But I do think if there was a team, I think Indiana is gonna win that series against us, just because they just have our number sometimes. They really do. They really do. For years, they've had our number. The same way we have Boston's. No matter what moves they do, no matter what moves we do, we have their number, and the Pacers have ours, unfortunately. Detroit, we're sweeping. We're not even going to talk about that. Never been to Michigan. I should go, though, eventually. Got to go. At least my goal would be to visit every single team stadium. But Detroit, we're easily sweeping that one. I've never been there, though. A lot of people do talk about Michigan being extremely cold. And, hey, M&M's from there. That's all I know. Minnesota. That team, bro, that team be giving us work sometimes, bro. Minnesota be giving us work. They have Anthony Edwards. They have Cat. They're on fire. And I'm not going to hold you. I've never been there, but Minnesota, just their vibe is on one. And Anthony Edwards just won the gold medal. He's obviously saying he's not going to do one, so you're going to, like another one, you see he's going to try with Minnesota. Them boys were this close last year. They were supposed to win the finals. Everyone who really knew ball knew they weren't ready for the finals, but mainstream media kept saying Minnesota, right? You don't think they're gonna try again this year? And I wish they had that logo, but they have like some logo that, like some modern logo. But whatever. Minnesota's a great team. Unfortunately, I think they'll win that series against us. I don't think we have a big that could stop Cat or contain Cat enough to let Ant be guarded by somebody else. But let's see our defense now, because we got KCP. That's a very big defensive presence that we're gonna have, and I don't think that. But I don't. To be completely honest with you, I don't think KCP's addition is going to guarantee us winning the series against Minnesota. And again, tonight when the schedule does drop, we're going to dive into like how many games we play. I'm going to write in the notebook that y'all see right here. I'm going to write in the notebook every single game, the date, so on and so forth, to just have it, see what we predicted from today, August 15th. But I'm not going to get home till like 8:30, so that stream is going to be later today. Now, back to OKC, because OKC is another young team just like us. They whooped us. I went to the OKC Magic game. They whooped us against when we had our only televised game. We only had one the entire season last year, and it was on NBA TV, which isn't even really a nationally televised game because that's not on cable. You have to like buy that channel, but hey, we'll take what we could take, right? We got whooped, bro. We lost, I don't even know, by like 15, 20 points, 12 points. I don't remember. I just remember it was Shaq's jersey retirement night, and I met Shaq. So, wearing this jersey, matter of fact, my classic streaming jersey in the offseason. But yeah, man, big shouts out to Shaq. But we got whooped by OKC, and I don't think it's gonna happen again this year. I think we will. I think we're gonna win the one that's here. I don't think we're gonna win the one that's in OKC. Just they have star power, bro. They have J Dub, they have Josh, or no, they don't have Josh Giddey no more, but they have Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. He's raw. They have a whole bunch of people on that squad who is just phenomenal. And now going into Texas. Texas got those three teams right there, and we could easily just pick off Luka Doncic, Victor Wembanyama, and then Jalen Green. Now, the Rockets series, I think we're winning both games, or however many games we play them, but we're winning that series. I think we're sweeping them. I don't think they're catching a game on us. Dallas, they just went to the finals. They just got Klay Thompson. Unfortunately, I do see them winning the series against us. I think they're going to have a phenomenal year. They're going to try to go to the finals again, and I think they will be one of the best teams in basketball because the pickup of Klay Thompson is going to be phenomenal. But, hey, that's just me, though. I'm not one to say, I'm not one to do, but I genuinely believe that the Dallas Mavericks, I could see the Dallas Mavericks. I'm gonna say right now, I could see the Dallas Mavericks being in the NBA Finals again this year. That's, you heard it here first. Again. San Antonio, Victor Wembanyama, Chris Paul. You know what? We haven't heard any sound effects this entire stream. Big shouts out to Chris Paul, cause Chris Paul, he is a dog. He is one of the greatest point guards of my generation, that 2000s era, that 2010s era. He just has been unfortunate, and he lived in the Steph era. He played in the West, got the worst ends of Steph, and I will always have love for Chris Paul, though. I will always show love for Chris Paul. So, I think the Spurs will definitely win a game on us, but I think we're going to tie the series. We won't lose it. But again, before we start talking about San Antonio, big shouts out to Chris Paul. I've been to San Antonio, though. I haven't been to Houston. I haven't been to Dallas, OKC, or Minnesota. And we low-key skipped two teams on the right that I'm about to dive into right now. But the best, I went to San Antonio in a layover. I had I think it was it 4 hours, 3, I don't even know how many hours I had in San Antonio, but we had a good amount of time. I think it might have been 6 hours in San Antonio. And I was in the layover, and I was like, you know what? I'm going to Uber to the San Antonio Spurs arena. I've never been there. I've never been to San Antonio. And I'm not knocking San Antonio. I'm not knocking Texas. All I'm going to say is it ain't Miami. It ain't Florida. It's Texas. Everything you've heard about Texas is Texas, bro. I'm talking about, I would tell the dude, the Uber man, I would be like, yo, where's the spots? Yo, this man would be like, all right, bro, we got 2 spots. It's going to be that one, or it's going to be that one. Bro, that had me rolling, because I would be like, alright, but what's the variety? He's like, ain't no variety, bro. You got one, you got the other, or you stay at the crib. And I'm like, bro, felt that though. Big felt that. But shout out San Antonio, because that's the type of city that San Antonio is. It's just very low key, very mom and pop, right? They know who lives in San Antonio, They know what stranger came into San Antonio if you're a tourist, so on and so forth. Now, I went to the San Antonio Spurs arena. It was a phenomenal vibe, and honestly, I took pictures outside. It was their 20th anniversary or some type of anniversary, but I have the photo. It was phenomenal. Big shout out to the chat, bro. Big shout out to nah, bro. I've never been to El Paso in my life. I've never been to any type of other Texas in my life besides San Antonio. Big shout out to Ciclo, though. Big shout out Puerto Rico. Puerto Rico in the chat, man. Big shout out. You know what? Big shout out to Puerto Rico, man. Let me. This one goes out to just to Puerto Rico, bro. Just Puerto Rico. Big shout out to Puerto Rico. We pray for Puerto Rico because the hurricane, and we not gonna get into sad subjects because it could really get sad. But man, we praying for everybody in Puerto Rico, man. But big shout out to Puerto Rico. Now Milwaukee is phenomenal. They got Damian Lillard. They got Giannis. I'm not going to lie. I'm going to try to dive as quick as possible. I have 4 minutes until I'm going to end the stream. So regardless who we talk about, who we don't, because I got to get ready for work. But Milwaukee, I think I've never been there. Chicago, never been there. Chicago, we're winning the series. They still got Nikola Vucevic. Shout out Nikola Vucevic, one of my greatest, one of my favorite Magic players of all time, personally, because the way that he was an all-star. I wanted to trade him. I fell in love with him as a fan, and then we traded him when I definitely did not want to trade him. And it was just a terrible turn of events. We traded the entire squad, but hey, it is what it is. Milwaukee, they got Giannis, they got Dame. They are an insane squad, and they were quiet last year for injuries, so I think they're going to be on one this year. I see us unfortunately losing the series against Milwaukee, but hey, I hope we win. I just think they have so many bigs, so many bodies that we just wouldn't be able to stop consistently. Chicago, we're going to win the series. No ifs, ands, or buts. Denver. We won last year, one game in Denver. We shocked everybody. I think we swept them. I'm not going to lie, last year. I don't think it's going to happen again. I don't think we're beating Denver in Denver again. I hope so, though. That would be my... But realistically, man, Denver is trying to win a championship very badly. So, I think Denver is going to win theirs, and I think we're going to win the one with Denver at home. Shout out Aaron Gordon, even though I personally have a signature. He just, once he left Orlando, started talking bad about Orlando. But now he kind of talks about it in a good way. But, hey, every time you win, you want to talk good about, like, the team that you left. But once you leave and you haven't won anything, everyone seems to talk sour. But, hey, Shaq did it, Dwight did it, and now Aaron Gordon did it. Whatever. It is what it is, right? But shout out Aaron Gordon because he did used to play for the Magic. He should have won those both dunk contests, but long time ago. Phoenix Suns. The Phoenix Suns are a great squad. I think Phoenix is a phenomenal team. I think Phoenix is a powerhouse of a team. I think Phoenix is going to compete with Dallas to be the best teams in the West, and I think Phoenix will definitely, I think surprisingly, we will win in Phoenix and they will win here. I know I usually think one of these West teams, we go 1-1. I think they're going to win the one in Orlando. We're going to win the one in Phoenix. The Jazz, we're going to sweep them. I think they re-signed Lauri Markkanen, I think. But I still think that we're going to beat the Jazz. And I think we're going to sweep that series. Portland as well, another young team, but another team that we should be able to sweep. Not go say fairly easy, but hey, shout out the Seattle Supersonics and the Vancouver Grizzlies because both of those teams don't exist anymore. But I love this map graphic because this is what, when I think NBA, this is what I see. This is my childhood. The Toronto Raptors, great team. We're winning that series. Never been, though, to any of these places that I'm talking about right now. Phoenix, I have, though. Phoenix, I definitely have. I went to the Grand Canyon once as a kid. Definitely want to visit back, and I want to see KD in action at home. Utah, we got 1 minute left. Utah, man. Utah, never been there. We're going to sweep that series. Sacramento, they're a great squad. We're going to tie that series because we always do great in Sacramento. It was a phenomenal game last year where Paolo had, I think, his season high in Sacramento. We're going to beat Sacramento. The Lakers, we always win in crypto, and they always whoop us in Orlando. I think it's going to happen again this year. It's just is what it is. But hey, I love balling out in crypto because all of the eyes who are watching us when we're in crypto. The Intuit Dome with the Los Angeles Clippers now open. They have an insane stadium, but unfortunately not that great of a team to guarantee a dub. I think we will win that series. And last but not least, saving Mr. Team USA for last, Golden State. They don't have Clay, but they have Draymond, even though I don't like them. Unfortunately, they are still a great team. I think we will tie it, though. I can't see us winning the series, but I think we will tie it. But y'all see what time it is. It is 8 o'clock, and it's been a time. We are ready. By the time we come back tonight, schedule's going to be out. We're going to be diving into it. So, 8:30 tonight. Tune in. Big shouts out to Puerto Rico in the chat, bro. Gotta love it. Gotta love it. Shout out my boy Ciclo. Shout out everybody in Puerto Rico. Man. Orlando Magic basketball. Back once again. Very soon. Very soon. But guess what? For now, we have to get hype with the schedule drops. We have to get hype with jersey notifications, with anything, because we are hyped for this squad. I appreciate everybody for coming in. Big shouts out, bro. Big shouts out to the boy Ciclo, my fucking. Or see, I don't even curse on the channel, but that's my brother, man. That's my brother. I appreciate you, man. You a legend. I can't appreciate you enough for being here, and I appreciate everybody else for watching this and always hitting me up, telling me they listen to this on their way to work, listening to this in the shower, listening to this while they're just working out, so on and so forth. This is what I do it for. I do it for y'all. Let's spread the Orlando Magic fandom, Magic Kingdom. Let's ride, and like always, it's a wrap.
Dear Mary J, I think I really need your help. Running from my problems, I've been running from myself. Sipping on this potion, I don't care about my health. They say life is great, but I can't tell. Dear Mary J, will you be my third eye? Dear Mary J, will you stand by my side? Dear Mary J, can you lift me to the sky? Help me spread my wings, now it's time for me to fly. They want my spot, I can't let them take my name, baby. Had to spice it up, they called me plain, baby. Bring that thunderstorm, let it rain, baby. Dear Mary J, fix my pain. Don't you worry about me, Jet, I'm feeling great, swear I'm straight. If you're reading this message, it's too late. Now's my time, meet my destiny, I'm not afraid of fate. And they say love turns to scars, scars turn to hate. Dear Mary J, I think I really need your help. Running from my problems, I've been running from myself. Sipping on this potion, I don't care about my health. They say life is great, but I can't tell. Dear Mary J, will you be my third eye? Dear Mary J, will you stand by my side? Dear Mary J, can you lift me to the sky? Help me spread my wings, now it's time for me to fly. They want my spot, I can't let them take my name, baby. Had to spice it up, they called me plain, baby. Bring that thunderstorm, let it rain, baby. Dear Mary J, fix my pain, baby. I'm gon' ball till I fall. These niggas capping in they music, they not rapping at all, yeah. They not rapping at all,